The Rode Wireless Go completely changed the game for content creators on a budget to get high quality wireless audio. Now, I have reviewed the original Rode Wireless Go, and while I thought it was a technological marvel at an incredible price point, I wasn't thrilled with the audio quality. Then, Rode followed it up with the Wireless Go 2, another technological marvel that took it to a new level with app integration and all kinds of goodies, and they massively improved the sound quality over the original. But there's a new contender, the Deity Pocket Wireless, and in this video we're going to discuss how it holds up to the Rode Wireless Go, both the Mark 1 and the Mark 2, where it sits in the marketplace, if it's right for you, and you're listening to it right now. Hey, Brian Miller here, and welcome to Audio for Content Creators, where we help you sound better and level up for all your content creation needs. Absolutely all the audio you're going to hear in this video was recorded with the Deity Pocket Wireless. Right now, I've got the lav mic attached to my lovely Mickey hoodie here. This is the included lav mic, although I will be running it into many different sources over the course of this video, and a little bit later I'll be doing a direct A/B blind audio comparison for you between the Deity Wireless and the Rode Wireless Go Mark 1, as well as the Rode Wireless Go Mark 2. You can always check the lower thirds on the screen to see what I'm using and what it's plugged into. For instance, right now we're going directly into the Sony A7 IV, captured directly in camera. Later on, we'll also test it out plugged into a budget portable audio recorder, the Tascam DR05X, and plugged directly into one of the most popular vlogging cameras today, the Sony ZV-1 point and shoot. And the obvious disclaimer, Deity sent me this for free in exchange for a review, and while they don't get to see the video before it gets published or have any say in the actual content of this video, let's be honest, there's no such thing as an unbiased review. As much as I'm going to do my best to remove my own biases, you don't review something the same when you're given it for free as you do when you buy it with your own money, so let's all keep that in mind. And I just realized I've been stiffly kind of sitting right in this one spot because I'm so used to having a boom mic overhead from the camera, but this is a wireless microphone, and that is the #1 reason that somebody would use a mic like this. If you've been following this channel for a while, that's so awkward. If you've been following this channel for a while, you know that I don't like wireless microphones. I don't like lav mics, and so I really don't like wireless lav mics. Nothing to do with Deity or Rode, I'm just not a fan. I don't like wireless because it invites a lot of potential issues, interference, and I don't like lav mics because they sound unnatural. And the way I always describe this is a microphone is just like your ear. Wherever you place the microphone, imagine that's where your ear is sitting, or the audience's ear is sitting. And how often do we listen to people talk with our ear pressed up right against their chest? Almost never. And so if you've ever heard a lav mic and thought, wow, it sounds kind of muffled and hollow and there's these weird frequencies, yeah, of course, it's like your ear was sitting up against someone's chest while they were talking. It's gonna sound weird. So far, you are listening to this completely untouched. Everything you've heard so far is this going directly into the Sony A7 IV and no post-processing apart from leveling. Now I'm going to put some EQ and a little bit of compression on, which is a basic level of treatment that every single audio professional would do to a lav mic. Now you're listening with some basic EQ and some compression on, so you can hear the difference just for a few seconds here until I switch back to the unprocessed audio to hear how this would actually be used in the real world. If I were really going to use a lav mic, and particularly this lav mic on my voice in this room, this is what it would sound like. But now let's go back to the unprocessed for the rest of the video. Let's start by talking about the features. I'm going to do this rapid fire because there's a billion videos that have already outlined the features in great detail. The Deity Pocket Wireless is a super lightweight, very compact, USB-C rechargeable wireless lav mic system for content creators. It's got sliding on-off buttons on both the transmitter and the receiver. It includes a USB-C to 3.5mm microphone cable, a USB-C to USB-C digital audio mic cable, a USB-C to USB-A charging cable, a fur windscreen for the transmitter's built-in microphone. Yes, the transmitter has a built-in microphone if you don't want to attach an external lav mic, an included lav mic with a foam windscreen, a semi-rigid carrying case, and all of that for a price at the time of this recording of just $169 US. So those are the features. Let's talk about the ones that are really worthy of discussion. First, the sliding on-off buttons. Thank you, Deity. Rode, please fix in your Mark III this stupid hold system that it's I hate the stupid press and hold for 5 seconds system that's built. It's so clunky. Like, how long do I never hold it as long as I think I need to. The Pocket Wireless is compact. Now, the Rode Wireless Go is compact, and the Deity Pocket Wireless is even smaller. It's almost impossibly small. It's so small you would never know that you had it on you. It's not just that it's small though. I like that it's vertical, that it's like a rectangle instead of a square. There's something even though this is small, it kind of feels clunky because it's a square. There's something about the rectangular shape of the Pocket Wireless that just feels sleeker and smaller. The transmitter has a built-in internal microphone, and it's amazing. Now, Rode gets all the credit for the innovation in doing that first, right? The original Wireless Go, they put a mic built into the transmitter so that you don't need to plug in a microphone if you don't want to, a lav mic or any other kind of mic. You can just use this as the microphone. Now, I've seen lots and lots of content creators doing that. I think it looks really stupid, whether it's white or black, this big honkin' thing. However, it's a great solution, and Deity has implemented it as well. Let's listen to how that sounds. Now you're listening to the transmitter's built-in mic from the Deity Pocket Wireless, which is just clipped right here, right next to where I have the lav mic that's no longer connected. So you can hear that it's not quite as deep, it's not quite as full, it's not quite as warm, I guess, but honestly, it sounds pretty good. It gets the job done. And because this has that rectangular form as opposed to the big honkin' square form of the Rode Wireless Go, I think you could get away with this more. I still don't like the look of this, and some people I've seen do it the other way where they've got it clipped, so really all you see is the clip on the outside and the whole big honking thing is on the inside of a shirt. I see Sarah Deity do this all the time with just a t-shirt where she's got it clipped on the inside. I still think it looks stupid, but if you wanted a quick and easy run and gun setup, and especially if you were interviewing people and you just wanted to toss a microphone on them and you didn't want a stranger on the street, you didn't want to thread a lav mic up through their shirt and invite lawsuits of any kind, you know, you could just give this to them and say, hey, clip this on the inside of your shirt, and they would do that, and then you'd be off to the races. So I think just like my baseboard heaters are going off in the background, and anytime that happens, I'm like, oh, good. Impromptu test of background noise rejection. Anyway, having the built-in microphone is great, just like it was on the Rode. I think they sound comparable. I don't think the Deity sounds significantly better than the Rode's does, but it'll get the job done if you need it. All right, so I just plugged the lav mic back in, and speaking of which, the Deity gets huge bonus points here for having a locking 3.5mm connector for the lav mic. Thank you again, Deity. There's no reason that we should be skimping out on the locking connector. And if you don't know what that means, it is just what it sounds like. It's just a little rotating part at the end of the plug for a 3.5mm plug for like a lav mic or something that just screws in and connects to whatever you're plugging it into. You know, professional grade microphones have always had this, and this is the first time I've seen it implemented in a consumer grade wireless lav mic system. So again, Deity, thank you. It means that it can't get yanked out in the middle of recording, which of course, with something like the Rode, this could just get yanked out on somebody's clothing as they were moving around too quickly, and it's wonderful to have it locking. Okay, a quick word on the fact that it's rechargeable via USB-C and doesn't actually take physical batteries. Just like the Rode Wireless Go and systems like this, the trade-off for the convenience and the size, the form factor of not having physical batteries is, one, over time, the battery recharging power is going to dwindle because that's how rechargeable batteries work. So this is this means within a couple of years, probably 2 years, if you used it all the time, you would see much shorter battery life, which will also contribute to landfills and those kinds of things. So that's a real thing, and people are actually concerned about that. If that's a concern of yours, it's present here. But in a much more immediate, practical content creator sense, the problem with rechargeable batteries is they can die in the middle of a project or a recording, and not only do you have to stop what you're doing to fix the problem? You can't even just swap the batteries out and then keep going. You would have to stop, plug everything in, and wait an hour to get your battery back up. And you got to do it in both the receiver and the transmitters. You got two things to plug in and wait. And for almost that reason alone, I'm just not interested in any critical piece of gear for my content creation that relies on rechargeable, a rechargeable internal battery that can't be swapped out. But again, the trade-off for not having physical batteries, much smaller form factor, lighter, and you don't have the increased cost of having to replace the batteries. So you decide what works for you. When it comes to wireless lav mic systems, a lot of people want to know about the range and the ability to transfer through obstacles. So this is something that I have no use for. I have never had a use for, but I did a quick vlogging test the other day just for this purpose to see how the Pocket Wireless handles me leaving my camera in a room and then walking out and continuing to talk in other parts of my house. You know what? We're going to test out the wireless mic by me going into a completely different room down the hall. I'm now in my wife's office, what used to be a guest room in our house and has been an office for her ever since the beginning of the pandemic. And now I've got a return label that I can use. I'm going to just keep talking while I go all the way downstairs and affix this to the box. So now we are downstairs. I'm now directly below, like I'm right below the studio, but I'm going to walk across the other side of the house. So I'm on a different floor and I'm on the other side of the house now. And another thing people always want to know is how does it perform as a vlogging microphone? So this is the built-in mics in the Sony ZV-1. I'm holding this as a very tight, very close to my face angle, 9 or 10 inches away. And the question is this, if I switch over to the Deity, is it going to be significantly better? Let's find out. I finally got outside and it's raining. It's so warm in Connecticut. I just wanted to be outside for a little bit. But right now I'm using the Deity Pocket Wireless on the transmitter microphone, and I've got it hidden, buried right here, hidden because it's raining. And the last test we're going to do is a blind audio comparison between the Pocket Wireless and the original Rode Wireless Go, and then the Pocket Wireless and the Rode Wireless Go 2. Here's the A/B comparison of the Deity Pocket Wireless versus the original Rode Wireless Go Mark 1. I'm comparing these two as opposed to the Rode Wireless Go Mark II because I think the Deity in both price, features, and sound quality compares more directly to the original Wireless Go than it does the new and improved, vastly improved Wireless Go 2. I'm using the included lav mic with the Deity and the companion lav mic to the original Wireless Go, not the new and improved lav mic that came out in conjunction with the Wireless Go 2. How am I capturing the sound? Well, both of the receivers are going into a splitter, one into one channel, one into the other channel, and being captured by my Tascam DRO5X. I have split these apart in post and I'm bouncing back and forth between them. Listening on earbuds or in headphones and in a quiet environment where you can do some critical listening, do you hear a major difference? Are you hearing one of them sounds beefier or hissier or more clear? Does one of them sound more muffled or not? At this point, you should have had enough time to listen to the A/B comparison. So in just 5 seconds, I'm going to actually reveal which one is which. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A is the Deity Pocket Wireless, and B is the Rode Wireless Go. And now that you know which one is which, I'm going to give you the same sentence played back and forth between the two. Practical, powerful, and a delight to read. A book like Brian's can change everything for someone who cares. Practical, powerful, and a delight to read. A book like Brian's can change everything for someone who cares. Thanks, Seth Godin. Thanks for saying that about my book. I have switched over to the Rode Wireless Go 2. Everything for the Deity Pocket Wireless is the same, but I'm using the Rode Wireless Go 2 transmitter and receiver, and I'm using the Lav Mic 2, the wireless lav or whatever you want to call it, the new version of the lav mic that I think sounds quite a lot better. So now we're going back and forth between A and B, and you're able to hear a new difference. So I'm going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's the reveal. A was the Pocket Wireless from Deity again, and B is the Rode Wireless Go 2. Again, just in case you thought I was going to change it up, I didn't. Come on, baseboard heaters, give me a break. So now I'm going to read you a sentence, again, that you can compare back and forth between the two mics. As a magician and entertainer, Brian shares his best tricks of the trade on how to connect. A fun, quick, and worthwhile read. As a magician and entertainer, Brian shares his best tricks of the trade on how to connect. A fun, quick, and worthwhile read. Thanks, Shama Hyder, the founder and CEO of Zen Media, for endorsing my book. I appreciate you. I did that test the other day. Please excuse my hair. So let's talk about how it sounds compared to the Rode Wireless Go Mark 1 and 2. I think the Deity sounds better. I think it sounds warmer and fuller. I think it sounds more natural, if you want to say that. I mean, no lav mics sound natural, but here's the problem. We're really comparing the lav mic itself at this point, not the wireless system. The Deity has an included lav mic. The Wireless Go has a companion lav mic to both the Mark 1 and the Mark 2 that does not come with it. And the thing is, if I swapped out the included lav mic from Deity for the Rode lav mic, it would sound like the Rode. In fact, let's do that. Now we're listening to the Rode wireless lav mic, the Mark 1 going into the Deity Pocket Wireless, so you can hear the difference in tonal characteristics or quality. What you're hearing now is just the difference in the microphone itself, and obviously it sounds different. And now let's switch to the Rode wireless lav mic Mark 2. And now you're hearing the Rode wireless lav mic Mark 2 plugged into the Deity Pocket Wireless. So again, difference in tonal characteristics, difference in sound quality, right down to just the lav mic itself. And we're back on the included Deity lav mic. So that's the point, is that what you're really buying into here is the feature set of the transmitter and the receiver itself, and not the mic. Now, it's wonderful that Deity includes a lav mic. Rode should be including a lav mic with their system. Their system is not only more expensive, but it doesn't include a lav mic. When you add it, it becomes almost twice the price of the Deity Pocket Wireless, and that is where the big decision comes down to here. Where does the Deity Pocket Wireless sit within the spectrum? I think it sits right in between the Mark 1 of the Rode Wireless Go and the Mark 2 of the Rode Wireless Go. I think there's no reason in 2022 anybody should be buying the Mark 1 of the Rode Wireless Go. It doesn't sound very good. It had some amazing features for the time, but it's not worth the price compared to the newer systems. On the other hand, the Rode Wireless Go 2, the Mark 2, has an unbelievable feature set, which includes the app integration with all of the new cool things Rode is doing with software across their entire suite of products. The fact that you can plug this in, either the receiver and the transmitter, directly to your computer and change all kinds of settings, the fact that you can plug it directly into your phone and use an app to change settings and get really fine control, the fact that the Wireless Go 2 actually has a built-in recorder so you can capture pure, unprocessed audio that hasn't gone over the wireless, either as a backup or as your primary source, is nothing short of a miracle, and it's worth every penny. I do prefer the form factor of the Deity Pocket Wireless, and at the price point of $170 US at the time of this recording, it's really hard to beat, especially when you consider it comes with the lav mic built in. And so the question that you need to ask yourself, and you need to answer for your own workflow, is the app integration and the fact that Rode is just continually supporting new interesting things via not just firmware updates, but via the ability to plug it into an app and change settings and get fine control and all that stuff, the backup recording and everything. Is that worth the almost double price tag by the time you've purchased a lav mic as the Deity Pocket Wireless? I can't answer that for you. That's a question you'll need to answer for yourself. So the big question, do I recommend the Deity Pocket Wireless? Yeah, absolutely. If you are a content creator on a budget who for some reason needs a wireless mic solution, a wireless lav mic solution, then absolutely. I never find myself in a situation where I need a wireless lav mic, but many people do. Well, if you have any further questions on the Deity Pocket Wireless, go down to the comments and leave them below. If you want any tutorials on how to optimize your sound quality, how to do processing for lav mics, if that's something you're interested in, let me know down below. Other than that, thanks so much for sticking with me, and come back anytime to sound better and level up. We'll see you soon.